what makes GS formidable, I agree. One is the vastness of the syllabus. Okay, there is a lot to be covered. It becomes difficult. A second important one is randomness of questions asked. Halaki, this is a perception. I disagree on this. Questions are actually not as random. There is a pattern to it. There is a method to how they ask. But ठीक है, एक perception है that it is random. Current affairs definitely is a different ball game. और जितना भी पढ़ लो हर साल कुछ और नया ऐड हो जाता है. What to focus on is always a challenge. So what makes GS tricky is current affairs, okay? Then juggling with other learning goals. आप GS करते करते आंसर राइटिंग भी करना है, रिवीजन भी करना है, न्यूज़पेपर भी पढ़ना, ये भी गोल्स हैं, क्लासेस भी जाना है, वो भी इशू है. So GS kind of conflicts with many other learning goals and balancing prelims and mains preparation. So some of you have answered this more or less, but this is what makes GS formidable. Now the question is why? Okay, why may I say the actual problem is a bit different. And please keep jotting as I speak. मैं कह रहा हूं ना, अगर आपको insight मिल गया ना, then you have no problem. You'll stop bothering about what is happening. You'll know exactly what to do. If I exactly know the technique of how the car is repaired, तो मुझे डर नहीं लगे. कोई भी कार दे तो I'm on. जब प्रॉब्लम आएगा मैं ठीक कर लूंगा. The problem is मुझे पता नहीं है कार का क्या प्रॉब्लम है, and then I'm always unsure about can I drive or not drive. ठीक है? The actual problem what I think is, number one is the bigger picture is missing. आप पॉलिटी तो पढ़ रहे हो, for what? History पढ़ रहे हो, for what? Okay, you're studying maybe current affairs. What's the bigger one? When I say bigger picture missing, देखो, for most of us, our task is what? Let us read the book. Let us read that particular newspaper article. Okay, let us note down the facts. Let's make some jottings that we have read. But there's something else which is missing is, okay, appreciate and apply is missing for most of us. And I think as human mind, ये appreciate, apply बहुत important aspect है. It gives you the purpose of why you are studying. आपने एक सुना होगा story और एक step in counseling and parenting. एक school of thought बोलता है कि बच्चों को डांटो मत, उनको समझाओ. Don't scold them, don't scare them, don't always punish them. उनको समझाओ. समझाओ why something is important. अगर बच्चे को समझ में आ गया why, वो अपने आप से ही काम करना शुरू कर देगा. Don't tell a child study on time, study on time. They tell a child कि why studying on time is very important. Okay, tell him why being responsible is so important. अगर वो समझ में आ गया ना, वो अपने आप करेगा ठीक से. The why part is missing. Why is जो आप पढ़ाई कर रहे हो, how do you apply that? How do you appreciate what reading? This is missing part. So for most of us, the study we are doing becomes a very mechanical exercise. किताब खत्म है. So our task is like पढ़ना था पढ़ लिया, नोट बना था नोट बना लिया. Like I have a list of 10 books, मैं 3 किताब पढ़ लिया. That's the top technique we use in our listing. But this is not satisfying enough. This is what you have to move towards. Your appreciation of issues is missing, and application in terms of some answers or some solutions. ये एक problem. That's one problem. The second problem, actual problem, is lack of spelling out the task. When I say finish the book is what task? Task is read it. Task is make notes. Task is memorize it. Okay, ये आपके task हैं. So if I tell my child, take care of the house. अब take care means what? Take care means ensure कि रात में okay, सारे windows are closed. Please ensure no electrical appliances are switched on inappropriately. Please ensure the door is properly bolted. Okay. Please ensure gas आपका बंद है. तो अगर आप लिस्टिंग कर रखा है कि अच्छा घर का टेक केयर का मतलब है ये 10 चीज हो जाना चाहिए. Somebody gives me okay, a baby to take care of. कि बेबी का ध्यान रखो. ध्यान रखो means what? There's some things there. Number one, the baby must be fed on time. Number two is the baby must sleep for maybe 12 or 13 hours. Number three is baby will cry, make sure that you have changed the diapers or whatever. So if I know the task exactly, my work is done. For most of us, GS पढ़ने का जो task है, वो हमने properly delineate नहीं किया हुआ है. For most of us, the task are books ले लो, Sir, what books do I read? Which course to join? Which class to join? How to make notes? The missing picture हमारे task में है, memorization missing रहता है. I mean, some of you are in my class and you know this. कितने बार हम कहते हैं कि memorize करो, फिर भी नहीं कर पाते हैं बच्चे. You think coming to class is enough. You think making notes is enough. ये नहीं हो पाता है. Okay. Question analysis. आपको questions और जो बच्चे सीख रहे हैं, आप appreciate कर पाओगे why something is being taught. Why in a list of 20 topics syllabus में, why a teacher does not take every topic equally. कहीं ज्यादा पढ़ाते हैं, कहीं कम पढ़ा देते हैं, और कुछ को बोलते हैं अपने आप पढ़ लो यार. The reason है the analyze questions. ये नहीं हो पाता है. और practice का rigor. This examination cannot be cleared if you're working to your convenience. एक rigor चाहिए. ये rigor लाने के लिए okay, Edukemy talks about marathon sessions. बैठो एक साथ हमारे साथ 6 घंटे 8 घंटे. The drive of rigor must be there. So your task is not simply books पढ़ना है, course join करना है, class करके notes बनाना है. No. This is the missing picture in your preparation. You are not consciously putting efforts in memorization. तो GS का जो problem है vastness नहीं है. Problem is lack of confidence because some of this is not done. So आप पढ़ तो रहे हो, but you always feel something is not consolidated. Okay. हर बार नया पढ़ लिया, पीछे का भूल गए, और 10 आगे कर लिया, फिर पीछे भूल गए. That is a bigger concern for many of us. Okay. The actual problem is lack of timelines. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेप है जीएस प्रिपरेशन में. You must be very sure about what are my timelines. You do not have the luxury of studying at your pace. ठीक है, शुरुआत एक पेस में होगा, पर कहीं ना कहीं आपको टाइमलाइन मीट करना ही पड़ेगा. But it does not mean I'm saying hurry up things. No, don't hurry up for the sake of hurrying up. In fact, going fast is actually a red flag. What we want is that you have to be consistent with some timelines in your mind. So the problem of GS is the bigger picture is missing. The problem is the tasks are not properly listed down. The problem is your timelines don't exist. Problem is ये timelines आपके लिए institutes बना देते हैं according to their course completion, not according to your progress and your achievements. तो ये आपको बनाना है, ये problem है. Okay. The actual problem here is, I said, disconnected preparation. What I mean by disconnected is fragmentation. This is a huge problem. When I say fragmentation, इसके 2-3 reasons हैं. One, fragmentation का problem ये है, the way you are studying every day, 1 hour history, 1 hour geography, 1 hour polity, 1 hour current affairs, ये fragmentation है. Second fragmentation is कंसिस्टेंसी नहीं है. 2 दिन पढ़ लिया, 3 दिन थक गए, फिर 1 दिन पढ़ाई किया, फिर 2 दिन you have got distracted. वो फ्रेगमेंटेशन है. फ्रेगमेंटेशन इज योर लैंग्वेज स्किल्स नॉट गुड. जब पढ़ाई कर रहे हो ना, हाँ मोटा मोटा समझ में आ रहा है, the deep concepts are missing out. So the problem is fragmentation. It is disconnected learning, and all of this I call this as tactical approach. Tactical का मतलब क्या होता है? Tactical is short term, strategic is long term. Tactical is आज क्लास गए, tactical is I joined a course, tactical is किताब पढ़ लिया. The long term जो holistic होना चाहिए, that's missing. What is the holistic thing I'm looking for? And please do not forget the objective of today's session. The objective is I want you to empower yourself to plan your preparation properly. Once you know all the building blocks, आप building blocks जानो, अपने आप plan करो, and then see how things can fall into place. ठीक है? Okay, the tactical approach which is not holistic. Okay, ये होता क्यों है? Why? Why do we get trapped in this approach, and why we can't have holistic? का reason ये है, what's lacking is, these are the 5 things lacking. One is, we do not have an appreciation of the efforts actually required. कहने के लिए तो कह देते हैं, सर आप जो कहेंगे हम वही काम करेंगे. कहने के लिए कह देते हो, आई एम वेरी ईगर एंड आई विल पुट इन हार्ड वर्क. अब हार्ड वर्क का क्या डेफिनेशन है, यू मिसिंग दैट. तो जो एक होता है ऑनेस्ट इवैल्यूएशन, खुश करने के लिए तो कह दिया, कि तुम जो मांगोगे हम लाके देंगे, और मांग लिया चांद तारा, ओके, हम बोले नहीं इतना थोड़ी प्रॉमिस किया था, ओके, टमाटर ले आओ, सब्जी ले आओ, वो ले आएंगे, चांद तारा यार मैं कहां से लेके आऊं? सो ऑनेस्ट अप्रिसिएशन, यू शुड नो एग्जैक्टली व्हाट यू आर केपेबल ऑफ, व्हाट द एग्जाम डिमांड्स. तो आपको एग्जाम, ऑल्दो यू हैव सेड यू नो द प्रोसेस, आई डाउट दैट द ऑनेस्ट एफर्ट रिक्वायर्ड आपको अभी भी नहीं पता है. द एफर्ट इज नॉट अबाउट द क्लास, इट्स अबाउट post class. Not all of you are my students, but I have known this long enough to know. ये हाथी के दांत हैं, दिखाने के अलग होते हैं, खाने के अलग होते हैं. For the last 3-4 months, how much we are trying is come and sit with us, do your workbooks, finish a synopsis, will give extra time if required, memorize ABC. फिर भी क्लास के अंदर में 10, 15, 20 बच्चे ही कर पाते हैं. Why? Because again they don't realize कि efforts required is different from what they had imagined. Okay, understanding what the UPSC demands. Okay, in fact आज ही हम सुबह डिस्कस कर रहे थे another workshop of mine. UPSC demands thinking minds. UPSC एग्जामिनेशन का ऑब्जेक्टिव है IAS के लिए कि I want people who can think and plan on their own, take decisions on their own. और आप हो सब फॉर्मूला बता दो हमें. UPSC का डिमांड ही है we need a critical mind who can help us solve our problems. Develop this. Your timelines are insincere. Post-course engagement is missing. और ये वाला, the elevation to third level, L3 जो है. Some of you know this idea called L3. L3 are thinking questions. L3 are deep questions. L3 demand a lot of interlinkages. L3 demands creativity right on the seat. So आपका जो कोर्स है, okay, the course largely are around level 1, level 2. आप level 3 एग्जाम तक पहुंच नहीं पाते हो because you don't appreciate exam requires this.